So to get the slanted height, which is Vm in this case, also I hope you can see that it forms a right angle triangle. This is your V, this is your M, then this one is half of 10, so it's 5 here. This is your O. This is 12, which is the height of the pyramid. So therefore, you can get the C, right? So this is a right angle triangle. So you can use A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. So this is Pythagoras theorem, and this one is for right angle triangles only. Okay. If it's not right angle triangle, you cannot use this. You cannot use this Pythagoras theorem. Okay. That's why I put a bracket. It's right angles triangles. To remind myself, this formula is applicable to right angle triangles only. That's why I wrote this down.
Okay.
You know, some students, they don't care. Right? They see triangles, they just use this. Wrong. Okay? You don't use A squared plus B squared equals to C squared for other types of triangles.
Only for right angle triangles.
Exactly. That's why I write this down to remind myself. Okay? In case I forget. Okay? So therefore you put the 5. So this is your C, which is the longest side. Right? So C is the longer side, that's why you put C here. So the A and B is the other two. So this is 25, this is 144, so C squared, so you have this 169. Is it 13? C equal to 13, is it? You square root this, you get 13, right? Can you help me out?
Wait, I wrote it down somewhere. Yeah.
Okay, actually, right, when you have, okay, so if I did not tell you about this in our last lesson, I want to emphasize it one more time here. When you have an even power, this is an even power, right? 2 is even, right? And 2 in this case is square, right? In this case is square, right? And if you have an even power, so therefore this is an even power. Okay? So if you have an even power, when you square root this 169, right, you will get two answers, 13 or negative 13. Okay? But you have to reject a negative 13. Do you know why? Because this side Vm cannot be negative. Vm cannot be negative. Do you know why Vm cannot be negative?
Because
Can the length be negative?
no.
Yeah. So that's the reason. What can be negative?
Numbers.
No, yeah, I know.
Any number that is not
No.
represented
So
as
okay,
like,
you see, length is a parameter to describe distance. Okay? So any other parameter can accept negative number.
no.
Then why negative number exists?
For other things.
I'm asking for the other thing. Can you think of one? Which parameter can accept negative number?
When you say parameter, do you mean like figures or like something else?
Okay, distance, length, these are called parameters.
Oh.
Yeah. But distance and length, you cannot have negative numbers. You cannot say, oh, I drive negative 13 kilometer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what parameter can accept negative number?
Algebra.
Temperature.
Oh, temperature.
The temperature can be negative 13 degrees Celsius, right? Right? Yeah, so temperature is one of them. Okay?
Let's say money.
Money can money be negative? Like I have
If,
negative $13.
If like
Yeah lah, I'm talking
city
about.
is bankrupt or something.
Oh yeah, so it's called, that one is the negative balance.
Oh.
Yeah, so like you have your, let's say your bank balance is actually negative $13, that means you owe the bank $13. Okay? Yeah, good attempt. Okay, so that's bank balance. So in a way, you don't reject negative numbers every single time. It depends whether this negative 13 can be accepted in that situation. In this situation, it cannot, because negative 13 negative 13 can't be used to describe the length of Vm, right? So therefore, you reject Vm cannot be negative. Okay? So that means C is equal to 13 only in this case. Okay?
Okay.
But anyway, the point is if you have c to the power 4, right, is equal to 16, for example. First thing first, you ask yourself, is this even power? Is 4 even?
No.
4 is
Wait, no,
4,
4 is even.
4 is even, so this is an even power. Right? So it's even power, then over here you need to use square root 4, 16. And you are supposed to end up with a, what's the answer?
4.
What's the answer here?
Wait.
Mm.
2.
2. Yep. So basically you will end up with a positive 2 answer or negative 2 answer. But the negative 2 is not given by your calculator.
So can be.
I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why. Okay. I'm going to show you why. 2 to the power 4 is equal to, can you punch the calculator?
16.
Negative 2 bracket to the power 4 is?
16.
Correct. That's the reason why I say you must have 2 answers. Positive 2 and negative 2. Okay? But depends whether your C is the temperature or whether C is distance. If C is temperature in this case, so C represents temperature. Can you accept negative 2?
No. Wait, yes.
Why
Because
yes?
temperature can go below 0.
Exactly. So therefore, you don't reject the negative 2 in this case. No reject. When you reject, in this case, because VM cannot be negative. Okay, but anyway, this question is another, I'm talking about another question already. Okay? So, this one reject. Because C is a length. But, so VM equals to 13. Not 13 or negative 13, it's 13 only. Right? Because you reject the negative 13. Because VM cannot be negative. Okay? So, remember, even power, then you need to have positive and negative value. Then when you accept the negative value, is you ask yourself whether negative value can be accepted or not. Right?
Yeah.
Whether it depends on whether you're talking about temperature or you're talking about distance, you're talking about length. Okay? So in certain situation you cannot accept negative value. Okay? Now the total surface area of the pyramid, I think is pretty simple. You have four triangles plus one square base, which is 10 times 10. Right? So the VM you found out is 13, right? So the base is 10, right? So it's half times base times the height, and then you times 4 of them, then you plus the 100. That will give you the total surface area of the pyramid. Simple? And for the volume of pyramid, once again, the volume of pyramid is what? What's the thing? 1/3 times base area times the height, right?
Yeah.
So the base area in this case is square, right? It's 10 times 10, right?
Uh-huh.
The height is 12, right? So that will give you the volume of the pyramid.
400.
Yeah. Okay?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is cm cube. Okay, volume. Okay, good. So this is